On July 21, 2024, during the children's mass, a 14-year-old girl approached the altar. She extended her hands to receive the Eucharist, as she had done many times before. As soon as the host touched her palm, it began to bleed. The girl, stunned and overwhelmed, showed the blood to her catechism teacher, who quickly alerted the priest. The priest, recognizing the gravity of the situation, carefully collected the host and preserved it. 1 week later, on July 28, 2024, the faithful gathered once again, at the same church. The same 14-year-old girl approached the altar. As she received the host on her tongue, something miraculous occurred once more. The Eucharist transformed into flesh, and the girl tasted blood. Shocked yet again, she alerted the priest. The priest took immediate action, retrieving the Eucharist and preserving it. On the following Sunday, August 4, 2024, the church was packed. News of the previous 2 miracles had spread, and everyone was eager to see what would unfold next. The faithful were filled with hope and curiosity, yet also reverence, for what might be happening in their midst. During the Mass, the same girl received the Eucharist once more. As before, the host transformed into flesh, but this time it took the form of a tiny heart. Blood flowed in her mouth, and the taste was unmistakable. This third miraculous event solidified what many believed to be a divine sign. The Archbishop, deeply moved by the repeated miracles, took the transformed hosts into custody, for further study and preservation.
A Class 10 student at Christ the King Convent School, Kochi, Kerala, India. Agna had 7 supernatural experiences, of which 5 were Eucharistic miracles. The 6th one pertained to Mother Mary, and the 7th one was wounds on her hand.
When this first happened, I didn't know what to feel. I had no idea what was happening. I had heard about Eucharistic miracles, but not believed in them. So at that time, I was thinking, maybe this happened because I did something wrong. Frankly, I was frightened.
On the previous day of the 2nd incident, Agna had an unusual dream. She also had a strong feeling that something unusual was going to happen. A few minutes before the incident occurred, she experienced goosebumps on her limbs. When the miracle occurred, the parish priest collected the blood in the paten. The next Friday, a Marian miracle followed. Since it was a holiday, Agna, her teachers, and classmates gathered in the school chapel to recite the rosary. Since it was raining outside, they could not go out to have lunch. So, they stayed back in the chapel and continued praying. To the surprise of all, they found the eyes of the statue of Blessed Mother bleeding. As Jesus has said, a tree is known from its fruit. The spiritual transformation that took place in the life of Agna is a testimony to the authenticity of her experiences.
My piety has definitely increased. I am someone with so many doubts. I always used to ask, why? Now I'm even afraid to ask. The answer somehow resonates in my own mind. If I have a doubt, I receive reassurance in my mind.
Agna says that although she used to recite the rosary in her school earlier, she did it as a part of a ritual without her heart in it. But after these experiences, she began to recite 2 or 3 rosaries every day, filled with love for Mother Mary. These miracles have not only touched her personal life, but also everyone around her. The faith of the people in the Eucharist has been revived. Zest for prayer life has returned to many lives.
Many have come to know God. Their faith has increased. Faith among youth has been strengthened. People were ready to stay after the Mass and pray for a while. In our prayer room too, many arrived to pray daily. Even during the interval, everyone came in to pray.
The Catholic Church is yet to officially confirm whether this is truly a Eucharistic miracle or not. The miracles are under the scrutiny of the Catholic Church. The miraculous species are handed over for further medical analysis and study. But as the person who experienced them directly, Agna reaffirms that these are miracles of the Eucharist.
If asked whether this is a Eucharistic miracle or not, that is yet to be declared by the Church. But for me, this has influenced my life so much. To me, this is a Eucharistic miracle.
Agna views these incidents as a sign from God to reassure us that Jesus is truly present in every Eucharistic celebration, and to strengthen our faith in the Holy Eucharist. Let us fervently pray that everyone everywhere may adore Jesus in the Eucharist.
I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats of this bread will live forever, and the bread that I will give for the life of the world is my flesh.